It is Monday, September 15th, 2025. This is John walking over on the Highland Way in the road right behind him. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning, and this is what it looks like outside of our tent. He's going over to get water from this waterfall. It's a little foggy. Can't see those mountains in the distance anymore. Got a view down. This is the near hill. I mean, it's really quite damp. And then looking behind us right here, there's hills right here. Can't see, which is a shame because I think we're coming to a view like a mile in today. There's another potential campsite right here. We actually thought that would be a better one, even though it was closer to the trail. But we walked down there, it was very soggy, very, very soggy. So we took the high one instead, and it worked out okay. Slightly slanted, but not too bad. Slept fine. Tent is still wet. What are you gonna do? All right. We haven't had coffee or breakfast or anything. We're gonna break down camp. Probably get out of here, I don't know, around 8 or 8:30 maybe. We're kind of slow getting started in the morning, but hopefully things will burn off. Wish us luck. We're about a mile in. It's still pretty socked in, unfortunately, because we're coming up to a view. We just had a really nice waterfall, not unlike this, but much larger, coming down. So right in front of John, almost, you might be able to see the very edge of the mountain. And that is our view. However, it's pretty socked in for us today. I saw a picture of it. It was beautiful. It had like a sharp point. Oh well. Still beautiful though. Just looking back, I see a little hint of blue sky. We're about a mile, 1.65 miles in. It's cool, but I think it would be better. I didn't zoom in. I think that would be a view, like a view. Oh well, it's pretty neat. It's not raining. Look at those cool clouds right there. Nice little waterfall on the side of the trail. It's about 25 feet tall maybe. Some wet trail, clouds, and we're running next to a river right here. This mountain right here is Ben Dorain. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. It's quite a peak, like a pointy top. I just did a peak finder picture that has the contours on it, so I'll post that so you can see. It's kind of unfortunate, but just the tip of it is in the cloud, but it's still pretty. We are 3 1/3 miles in, and we are going past these right now. Still have some forested area. On this side, they've logged certain areas in it and then replanted them. And then on this, I don't know if you can see way up in the clouds. There are sheep up there, just wandering. Pretty nuts. All right, we stopped and talked to a couple about the weather, and they looked at their forecast this morning, and looks like this afternoon's gonna be rainy. But I guess that's to be expected when the weather looks like this. So far so good though. I just took off my rain pants. We are heading up to a tiny hamlet called Bridge of Orkey, and they have a bed and breakfast that serves meals. So we're gonna eat lunch there. We might be early. Maybe we can get something to go, I'm not sure, but we're not carrying a lunch, so that's our plan. We do have snacks if we need it. And then our plan today is to go like 14 and a half miles. And there's a spur off to some ruins. So we're gonna plan to camp there. I know there's a campsite there, so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it won't be too wet. We're about a half mile outside of the hamlet named Bridge of Orkey. And there's plenty of sheep in these fields. These ones are pretty close to the trail, or they were just right on the trail actually, posing for this guy. Look at this guy. We're about 10 feet away right now. Hey, buddy. There's 3 on this side and 1 up there. This is the bridge of Orkey. It crosses the Orkey River, I suppose. It's raining out. This is the bridge. And right here is the hotel. We just went in and had a cappuccino and a scone with clotted cream and jam, and we each had a breakfast roll, which was like on a hamburger bun. It was egg. We got egg and bacon. It was delicious, and an iron brew soda. All right. So the rain has started, and I think it's going to continue. Here comes another cyclist. Okay. We are leaving Bridge of Orkey. This is the River Orkey right here, and this is Loch Tulla, Tulla. The rain is lightened up considerably, has lightened up. We're still gonna be wearing full rain gear though, because there's no reason to go on and off with it. We have two climbs left today, so we're in the middle of the first one. I think we're almost to the end of it actually. Then we'll be going all the way back down, basically to the water, and then we'll be spending the rest of the day doing the other half of the climb. So we have about, I think it was about, I can't remember how much we had left. 1,200 feet maybe. There it is. It would be prettier if it weren't in a cloud, but it's still pretty nice. This area has lots of heath and heather blooming. Quite nice. You're on a little spur. There's a huge cairn. And this is called Mam Carrig, maybe? I don't know how to pronounce anything. But it's looking over Loch Tulla right here, and the glens below. That's what it said. Of course, there's these mountains right here. I'm not sure which ones they are. I think Doreen is the one back there. All right, the trail is going to continue right here. We're 8 miles into our day. Loch Tulla right here. Stopped raining. This is the end of the loch. and then we're coming around down. I think that building right down there is the Inverornon Hotel or Inn, I think, which is a place that a lot of walkers stay. This is more like what I thought the West Highland Way would be like. Ooh. It's beautiful. We are leaving Inverornon now, which is basically just a hotel that has an attached bar and little market. So we were able to throw away our garbage, and I grabbed 2 liters of clean water. We're still filtering, but I'm a little freaked out by all the sheep and things, even though technically...
We've already done it, so...
We've done what?
We already had water.
We did, but we cooked that. Like, I don't...
Huh?
We cooked that water, though. I didn't drink any of that.
Yep.
I filtered it and then heated it, so hopefully we'll be okay. And the rain has stopped for now, and we come around the corner here. Let's see what we get. This is definitely feeling more like what I expected of the Highlands. I didn't zoom in, but pretty cool. Apparently that place had Highland cows, but they were out in the field. We didn't see them. So still no cows. Huge waterfall right there coming down that mountain. We're still on the road out of Inverornon, although this part is closed to vehicles because of a weak bridge ahead. And we're going to be heading into an area that is the most remote part of the West Highland Way. It's I can't think of the name of it now. It's a moor, and it doesn't have any towns or services at all for quite a ways. And today we're gonna go up, I think like 5 miles from where we are, and camp next to some ruins. We're supposed to have good campsite up there with multiple spots. And then tomorrow we have another 12 or 14 miles to get into Kinlochleven, which is one of the larger towns on the way with a lot of amenities. And we are going to be in I think we're going to be in a pod, which is sort of like little individual Airbnbs. Do not feed the cows. They keep telling me there's cows. Not seeing any.
It's easy to follow those instructions.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to feed them. I just want to see them. Wow, that would be so pretty right there if there were not so many clouds. But we're getting into this area that's going to be really like the pictures that you see of like wide open fens and glens and whatever, and rolling hills. I can't wait. Okay, so we are now on, there used to be military roads in the Highlands, and in 1803 the government commissioned somebody to lay out better roads. And so this is his name was Telford. And this is a Telford road, and it was in use as the main public road until 1933. And they drove cattle and sheep to market on here. And what else? We're entering now Rannoch Moor. So that was the name of the moor, I couldn't remember. And we're 5 miles from where we want to camp. And it's not raining. So I'm happy. We are walking along the moor. It's pretty desolate. Out on the Rannoch Moor. Beautiful. Not raining. We're about 3 miles from our place we want to tend. We are about a half mile from our campsite for the night. This is quite beautiful here. There's a good spot too. But we will hopefully be able to get a spot where we want to be. I know there's several spots up there. This is looking the other way. There's actually a vehicle out here. Kind of crazy. Still cloudy over there. We are approaching the ruins of a cottage, and that is where we're gonna tent tonight. There's already one person here setting up, but there should be plenty of room. How beautiful is this? Boggy. The trail continues that way. All right, 14.7 miles roughly today. And the sun's coming out.